Guys, we're talking today about the flat left wrist in the golf swing. Okay, so coming through at impact and the left wrist being flat at impact. That is one of the imperatives of the golf swing. There's three imperatives of the golf swing. One is a flat left wrist at impact, that's the main one. Second one is there's club head lag pressure, that's another one. And a straight plane line is the other one. But the one we're concentrating on today is flat left wrist at impact. So what I'm going to discuss here today, we're going to do it with the putter because it's important with the putter as it is with driver. Okay, flop shot, the whole lot, everything should have flat left wrist through impact. We really need to get into this flat left wrist position. As soon as we, let me do this with my hand just now, as soon as we let this left wrist collapse, the radius of the club is reduced, it's coming closer to me, and I've lost power. The club actually slows down. Once it passes the hands, once it passes the left forearm, the club head, it actually starts slowing down. So you can see when I'm coming in here, if I'm hitting the ball in that position, the club head's actually losing velocity through impact. So we need to keep the left arm flat through impact. Let's start with putter. Okay, because it's same with putting, chipping, pitching, half swing, three-quarter swing, full swing, driver, it's the same all the way. So we are going to make sure we start with the smallest motion, which is putter, of course. Now, traditional putter grip, right hand below left, boom, boom. If right hand passes left, we've lost that, flat arm, flat left wrist, we need to get back to that. How do we promote this? So let's think about, I would recommend, in fact a lot of people have said, Gary Player said this, if he went back to the start of his golfing career, he would putt with his left hand below his right. Okay, and the reason for that is pretty simple, this is great. Left hand below right, because that puts the back of left hand, flat left wrist, and shaft in the same line, and it also puts it closer to the target at address. Okay, so we're here. If I put my right hand below my left, it moves back, this putter's at an angle, moves back. So left hand below right puts left hand closer to target. Therefore it becomes more of a pulling motion towards the target. So you're pulling the left hand, the back of the left hand towards your target. I'm just checking there's no one coming to play this hole. We're cool. So the back of the left hand goes towards target. Okay, now there's three pressure points on your left hand that allow this to happen. So if I take my magic pen out here, and on the three fingers of my left hand, if I draw a line there, there, and there, that's my three pressure points on my left hand. Okay, so three pressure points, left hand goes on, three pressure points, then get applied to the aft of the club, the back of the club, and I'm then in position. So now I can pull, when I apply pressure, if I apply these three pressure points, if I close my hand and applied pressure on 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, it would push my, look, puts my lift, straightens my wrist, because I'm pushing with these three, it's straightening my wrist or flattening my wrist. Okay, so now we're on to something. So these three pressure points, if I put them on there, and then I push, apply the pressure, you can see how it pushes my hands forward. This putter's designed to lie forward, so let's just do this with a 7 iron. So imagine it's a traditional length putter. So I'm there, and I apply pressure, there we go, good. Then I can put my right hand on, and there's much more chance of me maintaining a flat left wrist through impact as I putt. Why is this so important? When we have a flat left wrist with every shot in golf, what will happen is when we come through, because it's a pulling motion, the club face and the ball will stay in contact for longer. They'll stay in contact before the point of separation for longer. If this left wrist buckles, if I come into impact and the left wrist, club head passes the left wrist, then the club's travelling left, so it's going back up the plane, so it's sheared across to my left. If I'm in this position at impact, the club's going out to the right, so I've sheared the ball out to the right, and therefore the ball and club are not contacting each other for as long as they would be if the flat left wrist was maintained before separation. So even on putts, even when we putt the ball, if we can apply this, so left hand down, put the pressure points on the back of the club, the aft of the club. Now if that means leaving a gap up here, that's fine. It's absolutely fine. So we're there, right hand on, applying the pressure, and then we go back and we can pull through with those 3 pressure points, and the club face and ball will stay in contact with each other for longer. That is the importance of the left hand, the flat left hand, flat left wrist. How do we adopt that though? So we know that's our pressure points. A way to get a good feeling of a flat left wrist is if you get a surface, if you're up against a wall, imagine this is my wall, and I place my arm, my forearm, flat against the wall, okay, and then, so imagine this is still against the wall, then I grip my putter, apply the pressure points, that's my flat left wrist. Now it'll feel really weak, it'll feel as though as you look down, it'll feel as though the left hand points has turned left, which it has because that's flat. That there's not flat, that is flat. Flat left wrist is what feels open. There we go, because that's the position you're going to be in at impact when you're hitting driver, because yeah, you might start with a strong grip, but as we come through impact, there's release and everything's rotating, so it goes back to flat, which if I was to slow that down and then bring this up and bring it back down, is actually in what we call a weak position. But that's the position you're getting to at impact. So the flat left wrist is very important. Guys, I hope that's really helped things. That is so important to have that at impact with every golf shot, to have that flat left wrist, so the ball stays in contact with the golf club for longer, and it's a pulling motion using your 3 pressure points on your left hand.